You know that feeling when payday comes, and 2 days later, you're already wondering where it all went? That was me. Every single month. A man in his early 30s sits at his kitchen table, laptop open, bills piled, coffee untouched. He rubs his eyes as notifications buzz: payment due, low balance, credit card statement available. I wasn't reckless. I worked hard. I paid my rent. I even tried to save. But somehow, life always felt one step ahead, and I was always one paycheck behind. It wasn't just the money. It was the noise. Too many apps, too many decisions, too many distractions. My attention was scattered, and my money followed. He scrolls through his phone, ignoring a budgeting app notification. Instead, he opens TikTok. A montage of luxury lifestyles, travel vlogs, and crypto success stories flood the screen. Everyone online seemed to be winning. New investments, side hustles, AI making them rich overnight. And here I was, just trying to make sense of my spending. I didn't realize it yet, but the problem wasn't just my finances. It was my focus. And that's when I found something strange: an AI app that promised to pay attention for me. That's where everything started to change. The world didn't slow down. It sped up. New AI tools. New layoffs. New skills I didn't have. Office scene. The team gathers around a sleek demo screen. The manager smiles as an AI assistant summarizes reports in seconds, something that used to take the main character hours. One morning, my boss introduced an AI that could simplify our workflow. In 5 minutes, it did what took me half a day. The character forces a smile as others clap. I laughed with everyone else, but inside, I felt replaced. Later that night, the character sits at his desk, staring at his payslip: flat salary, rising expenses. A headline flashes on his screen: AI to replace 30% of office jobs by 2030. I started to wonder if I was next. Inflation was eating away my savings faster than I could build them. The harder I worked, the more life charged me for existing. He scrolls through a budgeting app again, charts in red, notifications piling up, overdraft warning. That's when it hit me. I wasn't just losing money, I was losing awareness. I was so focused on surviving the noise. I stopped noticing my own patterns. He looks out the window, city lights blinking like data streams. And maybe that's the irony. While I was distracted, the machines were learning. They were watching, predicting, and understanding exactly what I couldn't see about myself. That night, I decided to stop guessing and start listening, even if it meant letting AI take a closer look at my life. Laptop open. The main character scrolls through videos about AI replacing jobs, each headline louder than the last. Then one thumbnail catches his eye: let AI manage your money while you sleep. At first, I thought it was another gimmick, another shiny promise in a digital world full of noise. But something about it stopped me. Maybe it was the idea that AI wasn't just taking jobs, maybe it was also creating tools to help us survive the shift. He clicks the video. A simple demonstration plays: an AI finance app tracking expenses, predicting bills, moving spare change into savings automatically. That night, curiosity beat fear. I downloaded one of those AI-powered budgeting tools. It connected to my accounts, analyzed my patterns, and within minutes, it started paying attention to things I never noticed. On screen, colorful graphs bloom. Spending categories appear: dining, subscriptions, impulse buys. It was like looking into a mirror that finally told the truth. My habits, my leaks, my blind spots all exposed, not to shame me, but to teach me. The AI sends a gentle notification: you could save $120 per month by canceling unused subscriptions. That one message saved me more than a spreadsheet ever did. Because it didn't demand discipline, it designed it for me. He wakes up earlier. Checks the app. Smiles when he sees his weekly progress bar growing green. It started small: $20 saved here, $40 there. But over time, the numbers weren't what changed, I did. I stopped seeing money as a mystery and started seeing it as a system I could understand. He sits in a cafe, laptop open, exploring AI-powered investing platforms. The app explains risks, suggests ETFs, predicts potential returns. Then came the next step: AI investing. It didn't promise quick riches. It promised logic. Balance. It analyzed my goals and showed how small, consistent investments could outperform my panic-driven guesses. On his screen, a calm dashboard showing projected savings growth over time. It wasn't about getting rich overnight. It was about not staying poor forever. He watches his financial dashboard update, a line graph that once flatlined now slowly rises. Week by week, I felt something I hadn't felt in years: control. Not the illusion of control that comes from cutting lattes, but the real kind, where you understand where your money goes, and why. AI didn't just automate my finances. It automated awareness. And awareness turned into confidence. For the first time, I wasn't afraid of money. I was having a conversation with it. That's when I realized, maybe AI wasn't here to replace us, maybe it was here to remind us what we stopped noticing. Once the noise quieted, I started to see patterns, not just in my spending, but in how money actually works. The biggest lesson? You don't have to chase money. You just have to stop letting it slip away. Here's what I learned, and what changed everything. AI interface transferring money into savings automatically, notifications, weekly goal reached. We avoid saving because it feels like sacrifice. But when you automate it, it becomes invisible, effortless. I set up my AI finance tool to move 10% of my income every payday into a high-yield savings account. I never touched it. I barely noticed it. But over months, that invisible money became a visible cushion. It's funny, AI didn't make me disciplined. It just removed the moments when I'd usually talk myself out of doing the right thing. Man on couch, relaxed, glancing at AI dashboard that summarizes weekly expenses in simple visuals: red for overspending, green for progress. I used to dread checking my accounts. It felt like Judgment Day every time I opened my bank app. But AI changed that. It tracked my spending automatically and summarized it like a conversation, not a lecture. You spent $85 less on takeout this month, that's progress. When data feels human, we stop running from it. That's the magic of design. AI can turn shame into motivation. Before AI, I treated investing like gambling: emotional, random, reactive. Now, I let data do what emotion can't. Graphs balancing risk levels, AI highlighting opportunities for rebalancing. The AI looks at the big picture: my income, my goals, my timeline. It doesn't chase trends. It calculates balance between risk and reality. It's like driving with GPS. You still choose the destination, but it helps you avoid the wrong turns. We're living in a time where AI can't just analyze, it can create. Tools that find freelance clients, automate e-commerce pricing, even write code or edit videos. I started small, letting AI handle the boring parts of side hustles. Slowly, those small automations became quiet income streams. That's when I realized money grows in silence. It grows when systems work while you sleep. But none of it matters without one thing: attention. The same way compound interest multiplies money, focused attention multiplies results. Character journaling in morning light, writing goals. AI can show us the truth, but it can't live our values. You still have to choose what matters. I used to think financial freedom was about earning more. Now I know it's about noticing more: the leaks, the habits, the signals. Because AI doesn't replace human intelligence, it reminds us to use it. That's the real upgrade, not from human to machine, but from distraction to awareness. It's strange, I used to think money was the most stressful part of life. But the truth is, it was the not knowing that hurt the most. The not knowing where my money went, the not knowing if I'd ever get ahead, the not knowing if I was paying attention to the right things. Now, I still have bills. I still make mistakes. But I also have clarity, and that's worth more than any paycheck. AI didn't replace my discipline. It rebuilt it. It didn't make me rich overnight. It made me aware of how every small choice compound into freedom. That's what this whole story is about. Attention. Awareness. Change. When you let AI handle the noise, you get your focus back. and focus is the real wealth. So start small. Let the tools help. Let AI pay attention until you learn to again. Because one day, you'll wake up and realize, you're finally free to live, not just survive. Your financial future starts with awareness. Subscribe for more stories that change how you see money. 5.